All the girls move their body. And when you move your body, you to move it nice and sweet and sassy. All right?
I gotta get warm, guys. It's
and you
cold.
don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on model. When you cute, and you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on model. Physically fit, physically fit, physically fit. Woman, physically fit, physically fit. Woman, nice, sweet, fantastic. Big body ocean at the big tight and the woman and nice, sweet, energetic. Big body ocean at the big tight and the woman and nice,
Hey, everybody.
Big body ocean at the
How are
big tight
you
and the woman and nice,
tonight?
sweet, fantastic. Big body ocean at the big
Yes,
tight and the
yes.
I like to move it, move it.
Leanne
I
is
like to
here.
move it, move it. I
Hey,
like to
Donna
move
Jo.
it, move it. Yeah, I like to
Pamela's here.
I
Hello,
like to
hello.
move
There's
it,
the
move it.
friend.
I like to
Awesome.
move
Good
it,
to
move
see
it.
you
I
guys.
like to
Make
move
sure
it,
you're
move it.
commenting,
Yeah, I
letting
like
us know
to.
you're here. All right. We are going to get this show started. And there we go. All right, everybody. So good evening, good evening, good evening. It's great to be here with you all. Hope that you had a fabulous Thanksgiving, spent some time with your family. How many of you did some shopping during Black Friday? Maybe you bought some Tupperware at some great prices. Maybe you did some online shopping. Maybe you even went out into the stores. In the comments, guys, I want to know, did you shop? Number one, did you shop online? Or did you shop in person somewhere? Maybe you went to a vendor event or a store or mall or whatever. In the comments, just let me know. I'm just because I'm nosy and I want to know these things. I want to know what you did. And then if you got something really awesome on sale. Charlie got a lawnmower. That's what he got on Black Friday, or actually Cyber Monday special. He got him a new lawnmower. And I'm still debating on my computer that I want, but I don't think it's going to be, it's a Mac. So I don't think it's going to be on sale anyway. So I've been looking. So that's all that is. Anyway, so good to be here with you all. Let me turn some of these things off. There we go. All right. So let's go ahead and get this show started tonight. We've got some great things planned for you. But as always, we want to start with a quote. And this one I think is always very appropriate at this time of the year as we are finishing up a year and looking ahead. You know, guys, it's like less than 30 days. We will be entering 2025. I know it seems like just yesterday we started 2024, and we are going to be entering a brand new year, a very monumental year, 2025. That'll be the 35th year since Charlie and I became distributors. In fact, January 2nd is when we got called about being distributors or business leaders, whatever you want to call us, what we are today. It'll also be my 45th year in Tupperware in 2025. So that's pretty amazing. And it's a year that's going to bring lots and lots of new and exciting things for us, because we will be kicking off the new Tupperware with our new ownership and all of the exciting things that they're going to be bringing to us. And I'm very looking forward to a new year. And I think that for Tupperware itself, it is a very bright future ahead. And this is why it's so important that we all kind of think about what it is we want and where we want to go. And it brings to mind the idea of vision. So vision is, kind of the ability to see what isn't there as if it's already there. That's really kind of what a vision is, that you see where it is. And so the quote to start us out tonight is, vision is a destination. It's a fixed point to which we focus all effort. And so I want you to think about that. Like, what is your 2025 going to look like? What is your vision of 2025? Over the years, one of the things that, I always like to do is pick a word for the year. That's going to be kind of the guide that guides my vision. And then I always like to do an affirmation for the next year. And an affirmation is writing a statement of something that you want to achieve, but more importantly, more than you want to achieve it, you intend to achieve it. And so you write it as if it's already happened. So it'd be like, it is December 31st, 2025. And I'm so excited because I have achieved this. I look, this year I was able to do this. And you don't say, I wanted to do this, I want to do this. You say, I did this. Not, I'm going to do this. I did this. See, that is the idea of vision. It is that fixed point of where you're focusing your effort, and this is where you want to go. So think about that. 2025, it's your year to thrive. What is your year going to look like? What is it going to be at the end of the year? You're going to look back and say, this is what I did. And I want you to start to craft that message, because I want you to write that. And then I want every single day you to repeat that to yourself. Say it out loud every single day, because that's going to give you the power to stay focused on that vision. Now, strategy, this is the key. Strategy is the route. It's an adaptable path to get us where we want to go. We have to know where we're going first, and then we develop a plan of how we're going to get there, the strategy that it's going to take us to get there. And a strategy is kind of like a framework. These are the actions that I'm going to have to take. These are the activities that I'm going to have to do. This is the amount of effort that I'm going to need to put into it. Now, the how-tos, the whens, and the whys, all of those things will change a little bit as you go through it, because you might run into a roadblock at one place. You might have to regroup, and reassess, and maybe make a change in your strategy. But the vision is always the same. The vision is always there. And the end point of when you want to do this is going to stay there as well as you're moving towards that. So tonight, I really want you to take this to heart. You've got 30 days in this month more to be able to start putting together your vision and your strategy. And your strategy for what you're going to do in 2025 really begins now with the things that you're doing this month. You can't just sit back and do nothing for 30 days and think, oh boy, I'm going to just have the best year ever in 2025. No, guys, you have to start now. You have to think about it now. You have to plan now. You have to work now. You know, and there's an old saying that if you treat this business, if you treat your Tupperware job, business, whatever you want to call it, like a hobby, you will pay for it like a hobby. But if you treat it like a job, you will get paid like a job. And there's a fundamental difference there, because a hobby is something you just pick up and do when you feel like it. And you don't really, have a necessarily commitment to what you're doing with it. And typically we invest money to our hobbies because they're things that we do for fun. But when we treat our business like a business, it means we have to approach it like we would a job. We have to show up and do the work. We have to be able to make a commitment to a certain amount of time that we're going to spend on it. And we keep doing it some days without really getting to the end of the job, because it maybe goes over to the next day. If you've ever worked somewhere where you are doing strategies, it's not like I just go into work and I punch the clock and I do these things all day and I'm done. If you've ever worked in a job where you're working on things that continue from day to day, you know that I work all I can today, I leave it, and then tomorrow morning I start right back where I was and I keep going. And in our business, this is the thing, guys. There are things we do every single day. There are things we do every single week. There are things we do every single month. And if we do those things every single day, every single week, every single month, by the end of it, we are somewhere we never even realized we could be. We have moved so far to the next point in our journey that we are ahead of the game. We are making the progress that we want to make, and we're going to reap the rewards of that as well. So tonight we're going to talk about some of those things that we can do to put us in the best possible place as we move forward. But in the meantime, guys, start thinking about what is that vision. I want you to write it down for yourself right now. Write that word vision down and start thinking about, what do I want? How do I want to thrive in 2025? All right. So in the meantime, we're going to make it a December to remember. We're going to make December the biggest, best month it could ever be. And we're going to do some great things along the way. And one of those is let's play bingo. All right. So for these next couple of weeks, We started last Thursday. We're going to go till December 11th. That's 2 weeks of activity, 2 weeks of putting orders in, 2 weeks of promoting your business to people. And when you have submitted $250, you're going to get to pick 5 numbers. Now, what does that mean? It's like you got a card is really what it means. It's like you got a bingo card. But instead of me having to come up with a whole bunch of different cards and send people different bingo cards, what we're going to do is I'm going to have a sheet of numbers, and it will kind of depend on how many qualifiers we have. It'll be either 1 to 50, 1 to 75, could be 1 to 100. And then you will pick 5 numbers from that range, okay? And then, and if you did 500 in the 2 weeks, then you'll get to pick 10 numbers. And when you've done $1,000 in these 2 weeks, you're going to get to pick 20 numbers. That's like having 4 bingo cards that you're going to play. And we're going to play some games of bingo, and we're going to give away some prizes. And I've got some really fun stuff that we're going to do. And we might even throw in some extras. So you definitely do not want to miss out on this. We will be the date of the bingo will be the following week. I'll give you the date as we get closer to it, but somewhere around the 16th of December is when it'll be. Okay, so we got that going on. Also, this week, we really want everybody to have an opportunity to participate in the Pay It Forward week. So this is this 1 week only. It does go until Wednesday. You've got 2 more full days to get your sales in to qualify for. And this is so exciting because we've never done anything really like this. Now, every year for several years, we've had Wishes Week where people, got to put a wish in for having hit the sales. And then they hoped that their wish would be picked. And, there would be like 10 picked countrywide, and they would give those people, they'd make their wishes come true. So this year they decided to do something a little bit differently, because one of the things we've noticed is that a lot of the wishes are all about giving back to the community. In other words, paying it forward. And so this is your opportunity to pay it forward and help somebody else. It could be a local individual that it could be someone that that just went through surgery. It could be someone that maybe does a lot of volunteer work and cooks a lot for other people. It could be a classroom. It could be a shelter or a foundation that matters to you. And you will be able to donate Tupperware products on your behalf to this group. So let's say one of your ones, I do work at a women's shelter here, and I might put in that's what I would like to do, is to donate products to this women's shelter, so that when they move out on their own, they can start with a kitchen, because many times they come with nothing. And so this would be a great way for me to help them set up their new kitchens. And so then I would ask, that we, help. And I could put a value on it. I could just say, I'd like to donate this many modular mates, this many pots and pans, this many something and others. And then you'll be in this drawing. Now you will get one wish for every 250 that you submit in this week. And the great thing is that our region will have 10 winners. So not just the nation, but our region will have 10 winners. So we're going to have a lot more opportunities for people to win. And this is going to be exciting. And this will also be coming up later in December. The reason I didn't pick a date yet for our bingo is I'm waiting for Tupperware to pick the date for the Pay It Forward, and I don't want them to conflict with each other. Also, I know that Hernan is also doing a thing one night, and he is doing some recognition for this week also, and some drawings and things there too. So this is why this week is really important. You got 2 more days to really focus on getting those things in there. And of course, maximizing this next 2.5 hours that we have here in this month, or 3.5 hours in this week, or this day, because this is the final day for guaranteed Christmas delivery. Doesn't mean that some of the others won't, but it's the one that they've guaranteed, that FedEx has guaranteed that if these orders are out of the factory by this week, that they'll all get delivered by Christmas. All right, so these are just some things to keep in mind. So make a big star that you got to have 250. Write it on your calendar. I need 250 by Wednesday. These are the folks that have already achieved that. Kimberly Jones, Samantha Hooks, and Mary Lou Warren all have already doubled. They have over 500 in sales already. Donna Jones, Aubrey Stubbins, and Shannon Daniel already have their 250. Many of you are very, very close. So we want to make sure we got lots and lots of folks having lots and lots of opportunities to put in their wish to do something to pay it forward to somebody else. Now, as we get ready for this, we want to talk about how you're going to build your business this month and how you're going to really be of service to your customers, because the greatest gift you give your customers is to be there, right? And to show up and share things with them. And I have someone so awesome that's going to come and join us tonight. Hello, Miss Terry. How are you?
Hello, I'm cold. It's cold.
I am too. I do not like this weather at all.
Neither.
Oh, just so cold. But Terry, as you all know, is just the most creative person, and she always finds a fun way to really connect with people. And so I'm going to turn it over to her and let her tell you all about some ideas that she has to help you build your value with your customers and build your business for 2025.
Hello, guys. Oh, okay, there we go. I was like, I can't see me. So welcome. I'm Terry Bird. For those that don't know me, I am the leader of the Flyway sales team. I'm in Rockwell, North Carolina. So I'm going to make a few things. I want to talk about like giving value to your customers. So great, we can sell them things all day long, but if you have stock, think about the things that you have in stock. What can I show them to use with what I have in stock? We have 50 million recipes, guys. Find something fun that relates to maybe the Christmas season. Right now, Christmas parties are a hot item. People are trying to figure out what to bring if it's something where they have to bring something. So I'm gonna actually make one with you. This one has been sitting here for a while, so he's a little bit droopy, but they're kind of cute. So this is in your catalog right now, these little Christmas trees. But you know, going live and showing them how to do this. Need a fun idea for your holiday party? Now, I did not use the olives with feta cheese because they didn't have it at the store that I went to. They had some with blue cheese, and Terry don't do blue cheese. But think about tonight. It's super cold. So if you by chance have a pressure, even just one pressure cooker sitting there and you need to get rid of it, make potato soup, 20 minutes in the microwave, guys, and you're showing them, oh, it's super, super cold outside. I just did this dinner for 20 minutes, and now anybody who's interested in one, they can order it online, or if you have one in stock, you can sell them the one you have in stock, and then everybody else can order online. We're also going to make a Christmas wreath that looks like holly. We are going to post the recipes. I will tell you, I don't do my recipe like the one we're posting. I use cornflakes instead of Rice Krispie treats because it makes it look more like holly. Just a fun fact. So let's go ahead and do a Christmas tree first. Guys, it doesn't take a lot of Tupperware products, but it's fun. Just something to do. You do need to get some kind of skewer or whatever you want. I got the ones with the little balls. I will say they're a little bit tall. When I ordered them for something else. I thought, you know what? I have a bunch left over. Let me use them for this. So I did cut off the tip. It's whatever you want to do. I like to reuse and repurpose. So there I go. You want to make sure you buy cucumbers, the English style that are seedless. It has to be, you know, the seedless ones, and then carrots. I did already peel this carrot with my peeler, my 5-in-1 peeler. Now, in the comments, and I can't read them, I'll have to go back and read them now. Do you know why it's called the 5-in-1? Do you know all 5 things that this peeler does? I will go back and look at the comments afterwards because I can't see them while I'm training. But if you think you know all 5 things, put it in the comment. Marsha will send you a prize if you get it right. Don't you love that? I'm giving away Marsha's stuff. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your cucumber and you're going to peel it. You're going to just slice a long slice of it all the way down. And then you end up with this long, that one didn't do very well. Probably because of the way I was holding it, trying to do it in the air. Okay, we're going to slice that off because we don't want that piece. And let's do that again. There we go. So now you're just going to have a long, light, nice, long, skinny piece. And then you're going to take your skewer and you're going to put your olive in it, and you're doing it sideways so the red piece is sticking out. And so now I have my little olive. And then I think it's easier personally to fold this prior to putting it on the skewer. And you're just going back and forth, and you want to make it like maybe a little bit thicker or a little bit longer on the side. And that's all I'm doing is just folding. I'm playing with my food, pretty much. That's what I'm doing. And then you're just going to stick it right through. And then you're going to take your carrot and you're going to cut yourself a little platform. Now, I did cut off the point to these. So what I've done is just the center of my carrot, I'm just taking my knife and doing a crisscross so it'll go in easier. There we go. So here it is, and then you just pull it down and make your little tree. Now, how cute is that? I mean, what a cute little Christmas tree that's edible. Almost like my cute little penguins for those that have had the opportunity to see them. So there's that. Super easy. You could make a bunch of them and have fun with it. So, but once again, you guys, you don't have to necessarily sell them anything. They're going to see that and they're going to be like, oh, I don't have a peeler like that. Or when you tell them all the 5 things it can do, which I don't want to ruin it for you. I really want you guys to guess all the 5 things that it can do. But I will tell you, these every single one of these holes has a purpose. Everything that's on here has a purpose. I'll just tell you that. Okay, so now let's make a wreath. So it's just like making Rice Krispie treats. Let me get my Tupperware towel and wipe this off before I cut my butter, because we don't want our butter to taste like carrots. Okay, so half a stick of butter inside your Stat cooker. I'm using the 3-quart Stat cooker. You do not need a cover, nothing, just the bottom, just a 3-quart. And a bag of marshmallows. I personally like the mini marshmallows versus the big ones. They don't become a big, massive marshmallow man like the big ones do inside your microwave. Okay, dump the whole thing in there, and we're going to put this in the microwave for 90 seconds. So for those that have seen me cook before, normally my microwave is over here in the corner, just so you know, my microwave blew up on Thanksgiving Day. So guess what I bought on Black Friday? Honestly, Black Friday was the most expensive day of Black Friday I've ever had, because my daughter's dog had emergency surgery too on the same day. So that was a lot. So Jell-O mold. This is what we're using. Guys, I'm going to be real with you. I have never used my Jell-O mold to make Jell-O. I use it to do this Christmas wreath every single year. I use it to do sandwich rings. I do use it to make a cheese ring. I use it to do a punch ring. I've never used it for Jell-O, but I use it for so many other things. And today it's going to be our wreath. So I have some Red Hots here. If you don't like Red Hots, you can leave them off. But remember, I said we're making, it's going to look like holly. So these are our berries on our holly. So I just sprinkle them all around. Pretty simple. Okay, almost done. Now, don't be fooled by the marshmallows and think that they're not melted, because they're not. They don't completely lose their shape. I promise you, they're going to be melted. Having a new microwave, I had to make sure. But see, it was bubbling all over, being the big marshmallow man. So I have buttered my spoon, because that's the best way to do it. But we just need to be green, because we're making a holly thing. So we're gonna put some green food coloring in here. Woo! As Corinne says, everything sounds better with sound effects. So and you can make it whatever color you want. I mean, as dark as you want, I should say. I'm going to add just a little bit more. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so there's my green. And now we are going to take cornflakes. Now remember, the recipe says Rice Krispie Treats. I don't use Rice Krispie Treats. I use cornflakes because it looks more like holly. And we're just going to mix it. Now, the good thing about this being green is, you know, if you need to keep mixing it or not. When it's Rice Krispie Treats, you just assume that it's done. But this is how I make my Rice Krispie Treats, guys. I love making Rice Krispie Treats. And when people try my Rice Krispie Treats, they're like, oh my gosh, that's so much better than the stuff you buy at the store. The stuff you buy in the package is gross, and you don't know what the ingredients are in there. You need to make them at home yourself. It's so simple. And if you don't know, this cleans up super nice. Put it under some hot water and it's done. I mean, it's amazing. Okay, so now I have my holly, and we're going to take and put it in our Jell-O mold. And guys, this yellow spoon is my all-time favorite. If you don't have it, you need it in your life. I use this spoon more than any of my other spoons. This and the metal whisk. Can't live without them. I have 3 metal whisks over there and 1 in my dish drainer right now. If that tells you guys anything. Now, I do cook, so I do use them, but I can't live without them. My daughter can't live without her Tupperware either. She was like, Mom, it was hard to cook. When she was, for a short time, didn't have her Tupperware, she's like, I didn't really know how to cook. I grew up using Tupperware. She's like, so I didn't know really how to cook without it. When she lived with her dad for a short time. So it happens. We get spoiled because it does make our life easier. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys a trick. I'm putting some butter on my hands so I can press this down without it sticking all over my fingers. The rest of that's just going to need to be ate. Anyway, so you're just going to press it down. So now it's in your Jell-O mold. Now, the recipe does say let it cool before you flip it over. Terry don't follow rules. I'm going to use my large round and flop it right in there. Ta-da! And there you guys go. You have a holly wreath, and it's going to be delicious. I wouldn't be surprised if Jared comes out of the bedroom anytime now to have a slice. He's in there laughing at me.
So pretty. I just love that.
Me too.
I told you guys, Terry is so creative. She's going to always offer something amazing that you can do.
Okay,
So,
did anybody did you by chance look at the thing? Did anybody get the 5 things it can do?
I looked, and it was like, people were adding. Michelle did list all of them, but other people were adding on too. So, okay. So now, and I've put it now on the thing. So everybody, as I was looking, everybody giving people a chance to get their answers in there. So everybody who got at least one of them, I'm going to put you in a drawing and send you something for playing along. And of course, I love what you said about the gel ring too, because you know what? We all need 5 gel rings for all the things that we can do, right?
Yes.
All right. So thank you, Terry. And yes, the recipes are on our page already. And you guys can pull that up and look at it later. So now what I want to do is challenge you all to use what Terry just shared with you to get out and share it with your customers and give value from yourself. So let's give Terry a bunch of love, everybody. Thank you, Terry.
Bye.
Yay. All right, guys. So once again, we've got, we are finishing up week 1 of December. And as I had shared with you last week, Tupperware is extending our month until December 31st, which means you've actually got 4 more weeks. And you might be thinking, but what we can't guarantee it's going to get there by Christmas. And, what are people are going to be busy. But the reality is, guys, you can have a fabulous December. It's all up to you. And don't forget that people are going to get money at Christmas and they're going to need things and they're going to spend their money on some great things after Christmas. Because when do people love to shop? After Christmas sales. And we are going to have some of those. In fact, Tupperware is going to be supporting us all this month with some more special offers, some more opportunities for us to create excitement. And I'm going to tell you that there are people buying stuff right now for themselves that they don't care if they have for Christmas or not. They're buying it because it's a good price and they see it and they go, oh, I need this. This will be something good to have. And that's the way people are. Yes, they're all buying for gifts and things here. And that's where your cash and carry can be a great thing to be able to sell to people so that they can get those last minute gifts done. But you can also be sharing things that they're going to make their life easier, get them thinking about what's going to happen in January. How are they going to be wanting to eat healthier? How are they going to want to get organized? How are they going to save money? This is a great time to be talking to people about joining you in the business because they could be making some money or getting their things in order, making their contacts, dating parties for January now. That's why they want to start their business now so they can do their training, get their things that they think that they want to have to demonstrate. And then that way they can start January right out of the gate, making lots and lots of money because they're holding lots and lots of parties. But want to give a big shout out to the folks who have parties up for next week. That starts on this Thursday, December 5th through December 11th. Aubrey Stebbins, Corinne Brown, Rebecca Carrion, Michelle Green, Norma Carlisle, and Michelle Crump. And I forgot my phone in here. So hopefully Charlie can help me figure out a number. I'll see if Siri can do it on my computer. So, hey, Siri, pick a number between 1 and 6. Don't think she's doing it. Hey, Siri, pick a number between 1 and 6. Oh, wait a minute. There she did. She did. Okay. 4. She said the random number is 4. There we go. See, 4. Okay. I forgot I did bring my phone up here. I didn't have the sound on though. So 4, and Michelle Green is number 4 on my list. So Michelle Green, if you are on, you need to say, Charlie, I am here, because that means you just won a party pack of things to go out to you. So that, and once again, guys, I'm still trying to catch up. Last week was Thanksgiving week and some crazy stuff going on around here I had to take care of. So I'm still trying to catch up. It's like I get one thing out and then I got 2 more I got to mail. So I'm going to try to get everything mailed out by tomorrow. And if not tomorrow, it'll definitely get out before next Monday. Okay. So I got number 4. Charlie, thank you very much. All right, so here we're going to move on to our next thing, and I want to talk to you about the 12 days of Christmas. Now, there's 12 days of Christmas can really be any 12 days. Some people start on December 1st and they go to the 12th. Some people wait till the 12th and they start at the 12th and they go to the 24th. Some people say that the 12 days of Christmas starts on December 25th and goes to January 5th. You know what? Just pick 12 days. 12 days of Christmas. I will tell you that Tupperware is going to be supporting us with a 12 days of Christmas specials. And those will start on Thursday, December 5th. So everything that we've had for Black Friday, for Small Business Saturday, for Cyber Monday, all of the specials that we have right now are going to, as while supplies last, till this Wednesday, December 4th. Then those are going, and then we're going to start our 12 days of Christmas specials from Tupperware. We will also go back to having our special Friday specials that we've been having. Each Friday there's a special theme and we get new products, and all of that's going to be going on also for us to help us build a fabulous December. But I wanted to give you some ideas of things that you can do. And this kind of goes along with what Terry was saying, that you've got to give, some value to yourself. So if you are someone who has a VIP group, and you've heard Pam talk about how she uses hers, and you've heard other people share what they do in their, the things that they do in their VIP groups. I want you to think about your VIP group, though, as a place for you to educate, for you to have fun, for you to build relationships with your customers. You can, so in your VIP group or on your business page, see, it depends on how you're doing it. If you're going to do something where you're going to do 12 days of specials, like things you have on hand, and maybe you're going to offer, I've got 3 of these, and today the first 3 people who get these at this price, then that's definitely something you can do in your VIP group. So in your VIP group, maybe you can do 12 days of specials. You decide what 12 days it's going to be. These are going to be items that you have on hand, and you're going to offer them to your customers in your VIP group at whatever price you choose to do it at, because that's where you can do that. What we can't do is go onto a public page, our public or our business pages that are public, and say, I'm going to offer it to you at a price different than what Tupperware can do it. You've got to, because that's one of our things that we agree is that publicly we promote things at the Tupperware price if we're on social media. But, when you're with your customers, when you're doing a vendor event, when you're doing something to a customer calls you up and says, do you have this? How much? You can sell it at whatever price you want, whatever people are willing to pay you for it. So, but for 12 days, 12 products that you have on hand that you want to sell. So it's your 12 days of specials in your VIP group. You could also, on your public page, pick 12 products and talk about one every day, just one product a day. And what I would do in that case is I would look at things that I own already and use. I would look at what's on the website, especially some of the things that might be on special. I am absolutely in love with the silicone molds. And so, I might be guts, like if tomorrow I did, the 12 days of my favorite, 12 days of my favorite. These are a few of my favorite things. You know how Oprah does her favorite things. This is 12 of my favorite things over the next 12 days. And the first one would be the silicone bundt pan. I am in love with this pan because there's so much I can do with it. Blah, 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 blah. It could be the gel ring, like Terry just said, and you can tell all the different things you can do with it. And the key is that when you talk about a product, don't just say, here's the product, and don't tell them what to do with it. When I talk to people and I tell them, yes, it's a gel ring for making Jell-O molds, but it's also good, as Terry said, for making a cheese ring. You can use it to do an ice ring for your punch. You can use it to mold meatloaf, turn it out into a pan, cook your meatloaf in a ring, put mashed potatoes all around the edges, piped around the edges with gravy in the middle, or you can put the mashed potatoes in the center, put a well of gravy in the top. You can use it to make the wreath like she did. You can do a sandwich ring for the Super Bowl. That's always a great one. You can use it to be able to do a molded like strawberry shortcake. And that was always one of mine I love to do at my Tupperware parties. You would take Twinkies and cut them in half and dip them, or actually this is the Twinkie dessert. You take the Twinkies, cut them in half, dip them in pineapple juice, layer them around the inside, take the crushed pineapple that was the can that you got the juice out of, mix it with your whipped cream, pack that in the center, and then freeze it, and then turn it out and put the remaining whipped cream on top of it. Oh my gosh, it is so good. And so, when you share those things, people are like, oh gosh, I never make Jell-O, but boy, those sound really fantastic. I'm going to get it for that reason. So pick 12 products, talk about one every day with a full demo of why they need this. This would be a great one to do on your business page, or do even on your public page, because then you're showing people some of the things that Tupperware does. And that makes it fun for them too, to see Oh, I didn't know Tupperware had all these things. 12 products they didn't even know that Tupperware had. You could do 12 tips. So each day, give a tip for the holiday. And that might be showing people how to wrap a present. It might be showing them how to make a bow. It doesn't even have to be about Tupperware itself, but 12 tips for the holiday, which you can always bring it around to Tupperware. So case in point, I'm going to show you how to make a bow. Making bows is so much fun and people think it's so hard. Let me show you something about how to make a bow. And you make a bow. Say, now what am I going to do with this bow? Hey, I'm going to fix a little gift for my neighbors. And I took my little whisks that I got and I've stuffed them full of candy and I've wrapped them in some cellophane. And then I'm going to attach the bow to it and whisking you a Merry Whiskmas, and so you're going to give it to them as a little gift. And so it shows people a tip and a gift idea, and you incorporate your Tupperware. The tip could be something about whipping cream and why homemade whipped cream is so much better. And you show them how to make it using your whipping mix. So these are all things that you could do. So 12 products, one a day, 12 days of specials in your VIP group, 12 tips for the holidays, things that could save them time, things that could make it easier for them. Oh, here's another really cool one. You can take you can find those little baby pumpkins, right? Still find them around, and you can hollow them out and put votive candles in them. It looks so cute on the table. You can also do the same thing with lemons or oranges. Cut them in half and hollow them out, and then freeze it. Put a little bit of water in it, freeze it, and put a candle right in the middle when you freeze it. And so then you can put them on a thing, and then you can light the candles, and it just because the candles are frozen, they burn longer, and it looks really pretty, and it smells really good too. All right, so 12 tips. Now you could do 12 recipes, okay? So you could do a different recipe, 12 different candy recipes, one a day, candies, cookies. You could do 12 dips that people might like. You could do like a candy recipe in the morning, and you could do a cookie recipe in the afternoon, and you could do a dip recipe in the evening. You could do all kinds of fun stuff like that. So 12 different recipes that you can share over 12 days. And then one more that I was thinking that, you could do, which could be for now or for later, you could do 12 different kinds of parties that you can book. So you could go onto maybe your business page and say, hey guys, I'm dating parties for January, and I have 12 spots to fill. These are the ones that I'm trying to fill. And each day you give a tip of like the kind of party that you're trying to date. It might be an organization party. It might be a penny pincher party. It might be a eat healthy party. And you just put these different tips and ideas out there. It could be a girls get together party, and you talk about these different kinds of parties to get people to book parties. And then you can always offer a little something extra if they date that party and hold it with you in January. So these are just a few different ways that you can make the 12 days of Christmas fun and turn it into something that's going to grow your business as well. All right. So why do you want to grow your business in December? Well, that's going to mean you're going to have a lot of people to talk to in January too. But it also means you can earn these awesome bundles. So with $1,000 in sales, you're going to be able to get this incredible $132 value, the chip and dip and the 2 silicone molds, the tart mold and the loaf pan for just $20. Once again, you could turn around and sell those things so easily. And they'll be great in the new year because you can share some fun recipes with those. And then with $2,500 in sales, you're going to be able to get all of these amazing, the Twist and Fresh clear canister set and the Ultra Pro Square, which is the perfect one for breaking brownies. And it also does a really nice job on sweet potato casserole. And that's $162 value for just $25. So these are some great reasons for you to be working your business now and making money. You also want to continue to talk about why people should join Tupperware. Maybe come up with 12 reasons why they need to start a Tupperware business now. And part of that could be they can just make some money between now and Christmas. They can shop for anything, some things that they want for themselves at a discount. They can get their knowledge started now so that they can have their date book full in January. And when your new recruit comes in and sells $100 by December 31st, you're going to be able to get this amazing set, the gallon pitcher, and those fabulous Fresh and Cools, that size right there. I use them for everything. They're just the perfect size. And I use them. I have like 3 in my fridge right now. One's got a half of a Vidalia onion in it. One's got some grated cheese in it. One of them has some leftover rice in it so that I can use it for stir frying. So they're fabulous for so many things. And you're going to be able to get that with your new recruit. And then your new recruit, of course, has 2 different options for getting started. And then they're going to play in the Ready, Set, Activate program with $100 in sales, $250 in sales, $500 in sales, $750 in sales to get more products for themselves too, for free. All right. So as we close out tonight, I just want to close by bringing back to that idea of vision. Vision is the ability to see God's presence, to perceive God's power, to focus on God's plan in spite of the obstacles. So guys, visions are something that are given to us, and they're there for us to grow. They're there for us to manifest in this world the talents that have been placed inside of us and to bring glory. So get out there, create that vision of amazing things that you want to accomplish in 2025. Create the strategy that's going to get you there, and then recognize that this is a gift that has been given to you. So let's go out there and make these next 4 weeks fantastic. Be sure to don't go away, grab a drink, come back, watch at 9 o'clock, because you're going to learn the coolest things you can do with products that you have on hand to turn it into money in your pocket on our M&Ms coming up with April. Okay. So thanks everybody for being here tonight. Can't wait to hear, what you learned tonight. Be sure to put it in the comments. Let me know. I want to hear, and I want to know what you're going to do for your 12 days. Tell me what you're going to do. I want to know. All right. Thanks everybody.
Woman in nice broad face and a nice hip, make man flip and bust them lip. Woman, they're nice and you don't get thick. Picture about the ocean at the big Titanic. Woman, a nice broad face and a nice